Check that out. He just left a lucky 38.
Damn, and he looks good to me, too.
Without leadership, fiends are as good as dead.
It's hard to sleep in this place, I tell you.
Hey, fellow, welcome to the Tops Hotel and Casino. Smooth and easy, just the way I like it. Don't worry, there'll be a... Oh, and a friendly word of advice. If you happen to stumble... Now that we got that little business out of the way... Everything your little heart desires, that's what. You like gambling? Boom. Either one of them. Hungry? Thirsty? The restaurant just off the left-hand hallway. Or maybe you'd rather take in a show. Hey, there's the high roller.
What in the goddamn? Let's keep this in the groove. Hey. Hello. The guy everyone saw... You don't want to do that, baby. Not without hearing what... What say you and me cash out? I can't do that, baby, and you know it. There's a lot of angles to this caper, complexities aplenty, but plenty of action too, enough for both of us. Like I said, you want... They're called bodyguards, and everyone... Add to that, every chairman in this joint is armed, and not with some holdout pea shooter. Anyhow, baby, like I said, it can't work like that, baby. Not out in public like this. To start, I'll comp you the presidential. Best suite in the house. I'll hang out down here for a while to make everything look business. If that's what it's...
I got my eye on you, so no funny business.
Now that you and me's got some pride... Yeah, hello. Once you... To think I deemed that flint... I guess that's enough scratching around at first base. You've got a crazy drop on me here, baby. But baby, you'd be disappointing me. You help me, and before long, the chairman will rule all of Vegas, dig? With enough rope, you'll get a sweet, juicy cut of that action. But until that day comes, I'll keep you on retainer and pay... You got... It's the house edge, baby. Literally. It's what Mr. House needs. It's some kind of data storage device, dig? So it's the data on the chip that's platinum, not the chip itself. Trouble is, the chip don't fit any computer I've found. It has something to do with the Securitrons. I know that much. Might be slightly useful if you're looking to defend... Yeah, it's a tricky... A good cat to swim. It was House's big idea to resurrect the Strip. He recruited the three families as muscle, showed us how to set up none of this in person, mind you. Did all of his talking through those Securitrons. The robots collect House's share of the take every week, and life goes on. We're the definition of cool, baby. We know how to swing. Of the three families, we're the only ones with the heart and savoir. A tribe of finks. Every single one of them is a... Mark my words, they're playing an angle. Personally, they give me the heebie-jeebies. There's such a thing as being too polite, if I may. Don't get me wrong, that resort of theirs is strictly ring-a-ding. A nation of meddlers, trying to muscle in on our action. Well, we got muscles too. Only reason the NCR hasn't busted up our scene is they're a little afraid of Mr. If the NCR beats the Legion at Hoover Dam, they'll turn on us and claim the Strip. And we don't have the muscle to beat them. Not yet. Meanwhile, they're all that's keeping Caesar's... Worst of the worst. A tribe of degenerate losers led by a creep. They crucify... The NCR beat them at the dam 3 years ago, but that didn't stop them. They spent the meal. They're gonna try to take the dam again real soon. And if they do... Broad strokes? The Securitrons are where it's at. I get those 2 ducks in a row, Vegas can Baby, the odds may look long, but that's just because we ain't done... I've gleaned a lot working with Mr. House. He was a good cat. Baby, what I did to you was rotten. But if you think House, the NCR, or Caesar won't kill to put Vegas... There was a time I would have agreed with you, but this, it's too big. Like I said, once the chairmen are running Vegas, you'll get a... Jackpot, baby. Here's a start on your retainer. Don't spend it all in one place, and the prez is... When you're ready to saddle up, come find me down on the casino Ring-a-ding.
The cleaners will knock twice.
Hello.
Good question. My function is to monitor Mr. House's data network. Allow me to introduce myself. It's what Benny always called me. Sure. Benny had me look at. It's a data storage device, kind of like a holo. Some of Mr. House's data transmissions made it sound like. That's just a guess, though. The chip's a proprietary format. There are 2 locations with non-standard hardware on the network. Oh, he had some help. A lady friend of his. She said something about living in a fort over in Free. Oh, he wants to kill Mr. House and use the platinum chip to copy my neurocomputational. That should give me control over all Mr. House's defenses. Most prominently, I was programmed to be helpful, and that was probably. Then I'd have to help you. I mean, it seems pretty obvious Benny wouldn't want me to. Again, goal number 1 is to eliminate Mr. Given how you're a new arrival, I also recommend. By the time you finished up all of that, it makes me feel really dumb to admit this, but I don't actually know. I've never been inside the Lucky 38. No one had. Mr. House is in there, though. It's the... You have? Wow, that's amazing. I mean, Benny was always scheming about how he was gonna get it. The other thing you're going to need is the platinum chip. You know, the one Benny killed. I knew he was carrying the platinum chip, and I knew. That's why Benny put me here, to monitor Mr. House's data transmissions. They're all... Did you know that Mr. House spent 812,545 caps hiring salvage teams to find the platinum? Or that there were 7 couriers, but 6 of them were carrying... I knew all... I know that's not true, because you still have a head. That's not funny. I really shouldn't have taken so much pride in... I feel really bad telling... The problem is that a distributed image of... I can't help it. There's a little bit of me in every... If I could stop it... No kidding, he was running fast. He better pace himself. He has to run all the way... There's an underground facility there that might have the special hardware required to use the data on the platinum chip. It's too bad Caesar's Legion built its camp right up... The platinum chip is the key to open... Did I just say exploit it? I'd take it straight to Mr. House if I were you. He'll think you're helping. The big question is whether to give him the chip before you do him in. He's the one who'll know exactly. He might upgrade his defensive capabilities right away, or even... But then those defensive upgrades might make it harder for you to finish him off. Let me know when it's done and I'll roll over to the Lucky 38. If I'm right about the chip, I should be able to install myself on House's main... This is gonna be great. Oh no, I didn't mean that. Who needs their support? The Securitrons will be all the support you need. What I meant is, you should get to, you know, shape the future of Vegas. Or, if a tribe is nasty, or go... There's a bunch. Some of them you've... I think you should visit the other families on the Strip. The Omertas and the White Blood. And there are some important groups farther from the Strip, too. Like the Boomers, the Great Khans. They must be a really nasty people. They fire artillery on anyone who comes near their settlement at Nellis. If they can be convinced to fire those big cannons at the Legion, or any... Some of Mr. House's data said that he'd lost a bunch of Securitron scouts near Hidden Valley. Telemetry showed that they'd been attacked with energy weapons. House was... There must be a bunch of them holed up there. They go around in big suits of power armor and... They just have a thing about technology. They think it should all be theirs. All I'm saying is, not much of a chance they'll accept a Vegas that polices itself with robots. No, anything is... Right! It's one of 2 locations on Mr. House's network. My guess is it has a Neat.
Ring a ding, baby.
The eyes of the mighty Caesar are upon you. He admires your accomplishments and bestows upon you the exceptional gift. Any crimes you may have perpetrated against the... My lord requires your presence at his camp at Fortification Hill. His mark will guarantee your safe conduct to... Incidentally, it will interest you to know that the man you seek has fled. I am the greatest of Caesar's frumentari. It was not a challenge to find you. The mighty Caesar has bestowed upon you his mark and guaranteed... Seek Caesar by way of Cottonwood Cove, south of Nelson. The course...
Oh! Ha!
Hey, fellow.
Help you? I'm glad you could make it. I have something I wanted to... It's a very important matter, and I have a strong... I'm sure you've noticed that things are a little... It doesn't take a genius. To be honest with you, the NCR is in a tight spot. I'm not willing to let that happen, and I don't think you're the kind of... To the northeast is a settlement. The locals here call them boomers. I would like you to get in contact with them. Unfortunately, the boomers keep to themselves and are, let's say, hostile to someone with your background and reputation. In exchange for your help, you would receive complete amnesty. Do you think you would? Much appreciated. Once you've talked to them, come back and let me know if they...
Welcome to the 188 Slop and Shop. How can I help you? Name's Michelle. My dad and me run this store. His name's Samuel. I take the day shift and he takes... We came here about a month ago when Prim went to hell on account of the prison break north of there. Found a bin to call home and set up shop. There's more to the 188 than meets the eye. Troops move back and forth on 93 all the time, and no shortage of customers, so long as Legion raid. You do know these old roads were numbered, right? We're standing where the 95 and 93 meet, and 95 plus 93 equals 188. Not much. I hear some folks got killed down by Nelson. Or was it Novak? I don't know. If they come up this way... Give me a shot if you...
Hey. No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from? Huh. Well, in that case... Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. Well, a bunker, if you want to get tech... But I'm not there much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for... Yeah, I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. But somebody has to get the groceries, know what I mean? And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other... I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Do they? Oh, that's a relief. I wasn't so sure myself. Hey. Just wherever the wind takes you, huh? I like that. I'll be honest. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for... Like I said, they can handle themselves. And I'm not the only... Now you're talking. One thing you should know... I know, but... You still okay? I'm great at punching people. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand. Let's hit the road.
You seen what one of those anti-material rifles can do to a death claw? It's amazing what passes for a firearm around here. You'd be better off. Is there some reason I should be? Like you have a clue. The gun runners have been putting rapid-fire death dealing in the hands of any. We're the NCR's #1 supplier of weapons and ammunition. I'm a salesman. I swing through McCarran and the Dam once a week or so to take orders. Lately, I spent. Ever since the 15 shut down, all caravans come through here, right? Sure, it stinks to hang out here, but it won't be forever. Plus, I can afford to. Am I selling? You might be onto something. Take. Pleasure doing business with you. Throwing rocks.
Hi there. Hi, mister. I don't have a mama or papa anymore. I see them sometimes when I take off my... Oh. I can take off my medicine and do some thinking. People say it's real interesting. Some people say that it's a gift. Other people say it's the kind of thinking anyone could do if they... I don't know which is true. I see a lot. I think a lot. There's a lot to hear through... This thing on my head is headache medicine. It works real good, except I can't think when it's on. Really.
How can I help you? My duties tend to take me elsewhere.
Evening. Been doing a lot of good work out there, setting an example. More than you already have?
What'd you think of Mr. House? I was surprised he only had the 2 robot sex slaves.
Thanks for the assist. Wish others around here had your drive.
Background? Just my luck.
Been doing a lot of good work.
I've had worse.
Whoa there, pal. You better slow. Now that I've got your attention. Whoa, simmer down. I've made some cash from gambling and some... Oh, lordy, lordy. You haven't heard of the boom? There are a bunch of artillery-slinging, grenade-lobbing odd jobs camping out in... There is a way. Well, I know this. If you make... Okay, here you go. That page has the... I'll be here watching, so I'll know if you...
Hold it right there. Don't you move. How the hell... I'm not telling... Move... Then just stay where you are.
I'll take this from here. I'm Raquel, Master-at-Arms for the Nellis homeland. Mother Pearl, our eldest, wishes to speak to you. Follow close.
Welcome, child. Took your... I've been waiting a good... Oh, so many ways. Small ones to begin with, so we can get... Should that go well, it may be you... You have to keep in mind that you're our first contact with... Seclusion has kept us safe, but the world around us is changing. Neon light... My youngers think our guns can keep out the world. But I think we need to let it in, just a little, or become its victim. You're that little bit of the world, child. You picked a good time to stop by. Raquel could use help with the bug problem. Doc Argyle has wounded he's tending to. And Loyal and Jack might be Or you could just go see Pete at the museum and hear this. Come and go as you like, help or don't help, I leave it up to you.
Hey.
Hey.
I know Mother Pearl is letting you wander Nellis as you... I have 3 patients. I've stabilized their wounds. Well, I don't... Excellent treatment. I hadn't thought of that. I thought that man was done for, but you brought him around. That was some fine doctoring. I could learn a thing or two from you. Yes, outsider? Those men owe you their lives. Seems we could learn a thing.
Hi. You're the outsider. Mother Pearl sent word. Over at the workshop, Loyal and Jack. Me? I know I seem kind of young. I was the apprentice. Whiskey and landmines don't go together. So it's up to me. Wonderful. I'm sure you... Excellent. Ages ago, long before I was born, we lived underground. Everyone had guns, but the Overseer wouldn't let us explode anything, not even a hand grenade. We left and wandered the wastes. There were savages with knives. We blew them up with frag mines and grenades, burned them with flamethrowers. It was neat, but there was a downside. For every 43.6 savages we killed, we lost one of our own. We needed a new home. We needed Nellis. Here we have prospered and multiplied. Here our mighty guns destroy any savages who might try to harm us before they can even reach our gates. Well, until... But... Not saying you want to harm us or you're a savage, but anyways. Nellis has revealed many secrets. It has taught us how to fly the bombers once based here, and it has taught us where to find one. And that is our story so far. For this last image is our future. To restore the bomber, to fly the open skies in armored safety, raining high explosive ordnance upon ignorant savages. This is our destiny. I'm pleased that you listened to the entire story. Perhaps there are details you'd like to know more about. Let me know. Now that you know the story of our... So you know about the vaults? Yes, we lived in one of those. In our vault, everyone had guns. But the Overseer... I guess all the little pops and bangs at the fire. And at Nellis, we found it. We haven't detonated any atomic warheads since before I was born. But otherwise, it's do as you will. Anything else you want to know? Several automatic warheads detonate here 100 years ago, leaving the savages of the waste ignoramus. That's right. Our Geiger counter anything. Nellis is a completely self-sufficient community. We draw water from Lake Mead. Solar arrays provide power. Thank you. Anything else? You're right. They weren't here when we discovered Nellis. We found the guns at a huge weapon depot called Area 2, many miles from here. It took many weeks to drag the guns and their ammunition back to Nellis. Thank you so much. Anything else? Once we restore power, we learned that some elaborate chairs we've been sleeping in were actually virtual. We believe they were used to train combat pilots. We used them extensively. I alone have shot down over 500 Chinese Zion 85 fighters. Before you ask, I'm afraid there's no way you can be allowed to use the simulators. They're for our use only. Sorry. That's beautiful. Yes, it's a... And Loyal found a file somewhere on the base with... It seems that a bomber, apparently the 29th of its kind, crashed in Lake Mead on July... The photograph shows that it was basically intact, and the map tells us exactly where to find it. Yes. In fact, that's exactly what Loyal has... I wish everyone were just as interested in our story as you are. Maybe I should act out the battles.
A bunch of shut-ins who scorn outsiders and hold technology over them. Gee, where have I heard that one before?
Hey. So you're the outsider. I always thought you savages Me? I work with Loyal. Loyal's a great man, but he's getting on in years. So a younger's gotta... The man knows how to fix and build, just... If you help him recover the lady, I figure... Oh, Did I say that? Sometimes I just say... Pearl will tell you when the time comes. Hey there. Back. What I could use is some scrap metal. The other thing, you being from... That must be nice, sharing yourself like that. Oh, you can't miss her. You'd really talk to her for me? What if she feels... What if she gets blown up? Oh, geez. I better just let you handle it. I'm better with... That would be amazing. As...
I hope Pearl knows what she's doing, If that's so. Nothing too complicated about it. You can't miss the array. Ha! If we had spare parts, do you think? No, we ran out of spares a while back. And Jack and I... There have to be spare parts somewhere around the way. No. Well, if you genuinely care so much, they're flight simulators. We...
Hello. Mother Pearl's instructions are clear. You can move freely or... These are extraordinary privileges. Long story short, the power failed a few days ago because giant ants... I led a team down to exterminate them, but there were... Personally, I think it's more than a savage can handle. Don't... One other thing. They exploded when hit by a flamethrower. One of us was using a laser pistol. Loyal's been working on some kind of weapon to use against them.
Hello.
What is it, outsider? I started building a sonic... If you will, I've got it set to broadcast a powerful... Signal's too high for people to...
Have you seen her?
Hello, outsider. Well, how about that?
I see the power's back on. Maybe Pearl is right about you, because I don't know how you pulled that off. I'll tell Loyal to send someone down to clear out the eggs and repair the generators.
You have done well. I believe the time... Find Loyal